Hey guys, today I'm doing a review of the Trick or Treat Studios Great Beast Mask from Creepshow. I actually just realized I forgot to bring the tags down with me, but it's just a generic Trick or Treat Studios tag, and then with, the instructions on how to take care of the mask, the same tag that comes on every mask, and then the second tag just said Creepshow with a picture of this mask on it. The stock image of this mask, not like a different image, so it's nothing special really. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, just because I remembered I forgot about it, onto the actual mask itself. So I did style the hair a little. It doesn't look too different from this when you actually get it. It's just kind of more matted down. I just took it on the sides of the head and kind of fluffed it up on the sides, make it look a little more wild. So yeah, it's pretty easy to style. One thing I noticed is there are some spots, like here, where there could be a little more hair. Really, this row of hair right here, it ends right here. It probably should come out to about here, just to cover that spot where there's no hair. It's in the back though, so you don't really notice it too much. On top, there's kind of a bald spot here. Normally wouldn't bother me too much. It's just that this mask is like $80, so I think for an $80 mask it should have a little more hair than it does. But the paint job on this easily makes up for the lack of hair. Just look at the eyes on that. Looks just like the movie. Very lifelike too. They've been given a clear gloss coat to give that genuine wet look. Same thing with the mouth, clear gloss coat. Soaked in blood, the teeth are just soaked in blood. Not quite accurate to the movie, but I still think it looks really cool. I almost prefer it like this. I would like to see someone eventually get one of these and paint the teeth almost like, not stark white, but like a yellowed white, like just not bloody. Because you can see the base coat of these on some of the teeth, like this one here. Doesn't have as much blood. I do like the base coat that they used. So I would like to see a mask that's not bloodied up at all, just to see what it would look like, because I think it could potentially look better. The tongue looks a little weird, in my opinion. I think it looks more like a tumor inside of his mouth than a tongue, but that's really only from the side. Or it looks almost like a double chin inside of his mouth. But again, that's really only from the profile, and you don't notice it too much because there's so much going on with this mask in general that it's hard to focus on things like that. You might be able to see the hole cut in the mouth for breathing. It's pretty hard to notice actually on display unless it's on a very high up shelf. You'd probably be able to see up there, but even if it's eye level, you don't notice it at all. So go into some more detail. You can see in the lips, also covered in blood. There's where the lips aren't covered in blood, so you can see the difference. Like pretty much the entire mouth is covered in blood. Teeth are sculpted very nicely. They're individually painted. There's the kind of tumor-looking tongue. The fur under the mouth has been covered in blood. Not covered, but it has streaks of blood going down, which I think is a good effect. I like the way that looks. I will say the hair, just the way the hair is on this, the way it's attached looks more natural than the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 2 mask. Which makes sense because the Michael Myers mask is intended to be a mask, and then this is supposed to look like an actual animal. But in some spots you can tell it was put on by hand, like there it's a little strange looking, if that will focus. But then there's other spots like on the upper lip here that looks like it's actually growing out of the mask. You can see all the wrinkles and folds and bumps all around the mask. There's kind of the wrinkles under the eye. There's a lot of detail in this. I believe it was Justin Mabry that sculpted this. He sculpts all of the Michael Myers masks as well. I'd say that's probably what he's best known for. It just looks amazing. I believe in like the late 80s, some drugstores had Crate Beast masks and Nathan Grantham masks. That's the zombie from Father's Day. And I've seen pictures of them. I forgot what the company is called. I'll have an annotation on the screen saying what it is, because I'm sure if I look back in my photo gallery on my phone, I know it's on there somewhere. I just can't think of what it's called right now. But yeah, they made these, and I think they were mostly sold in drugstores, as far as I know. That's what I heard anyway. And they're actually pretty decent. I almost honestly like the other one more than this, but that's just because it has a very vintage look to it. I mean, this is very detailed and I do love it, but if it was a bust, I would obviously like this more. But I like the other one more just because of the vintage look. I like vintage looking masks more than newer ones. That's just my preference though. Eventually I do want to get the Nathan Grantham mask. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that though, because there are a lot of masks from Trick or Treat Studios that I want to get. A couple Leatherface ones, the Captain Kirk one, the Leatherface one. Did I say Leatherface already? I probably did. But anyway, yeah, just a really, really amazing mask. Now, my camera makes things look a little thinner than they actually are in person. It's kind of a slimming camera, so it doesn't look as weird on camera. But something that I noticed in person is the jaw looks just a little too wide. Not the top jaw, the bottom jaw looks a little too wide. It looks wider than the top jaw, which might show up on camera. But I feel like if there was a way to just take the bottom jaw and just squeeze it in a little bit like that, I think it looks better. Not that it doesn't look good the way it is, but if there could be like one minor improvement, I would say the bottom jaw could just be a little thinner. So yeah, I highly recommend getting this mask if you're a fan of Creepshow. I mean, there's not much more I can say about it, besides just that it's a really amazing mask. I'm blown away by all the detail in it, and from what I can tell, the camera's doing a pretty good job of picking it all up. There's been airbrushing under the eyes to give it the deep shadows and on the forehead. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.